What can you tease about The Boys season 3?
Ooh, what can I tease about this season? You'll you'll find a lot of self-discovery for Kimiko. Lots of looking within, facing the mirror, and figuring out what she wants to do with her life. But for the entirety of The Boys, I think it's a season about how far someone's willing to go in order to get what they want. A lot of moral dilemmas, I would say. Yeah.
What I would tease about this season, I think season 3 of The Boys is probably the most dynamic season yet. We incorporated a beautiful dance number. There is animation. I think that everything is dialed up. The action, the set pieces, the special effects. But more importantly than all of that, I think that this season has great heart. And I think that for audiences who enjoy spending time with these characters, they will feel rewarded because this season takes these characters and really pushes them to the most extreme limits of endurance, and it's a hell of a ride. Buckle up.
Trying to think of what hasn't been said. Let's go with whatever. This is probably what Carl said, but
Tease
I'm
the
just gonna
giant
say
dick.
Yeah, I'll tease the giant dick. I think this season of The Boys is our most insane yet. I don't think a season has gone by so far where I think I looked at every script kind of through my fingers. I was just a little bit afraid of what I would see. But then once I did see it, it was so crazy and so insane, and I'm just really excited for Boys fans to see it. I really, really am. It's just bonkers.
Without spoilers, who do you think has the craziest scene this season?
Ooh.
Without spoilers?
Without spoilers. I think the craziest scene happens in the first episode of season 3, and it happens to my dear friend Frenchie. Or happens to another character, but he witnesses it. So
He's around.
He's around. He's around the corner.
I think the craziest scene is probably an allergy attack that happens in the first episode. It happens to be the same scene that
Yes.
Karen was talking about, and let's say it'll go down in the history of television as the worst attack of hay fever ever.
Mm-hmm. For me, I don't know if I'd necessarily say it's like the craziest, but to me, the most memorable, it's a scene involving Karen.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about. You definitely, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about.
How did the character dynamics between the Soups and the Boys change this season?
Ooh, well, we definitely see a lot more combinations of them than you typically would. What I really like about this season is that there's a lot of scenes with two characters where I'm like, I never thought they'd be in the same room. So that was really, really interesting. What I love about the season as well is the fact that the boys are trying to up their game, and they're trying to level the playing field. And, it's a season where anything can happen because, as you see from the trailer, Butcher is taking Compound V, and it makes it so, we're not just resorting to blackmail anymore. We're not just resorting to trying to go after their reputations. We can actually fight them on their own turf a little bit more. So I think that that's a really interesting dynamic that this season plays with.
I find that the character dynamics between the Soups and the Boys gets shaken up in a really fun way this season. The choice that is presented to all of the characters really is a moral choice. In Butcher, it manifests itself in the decision to take Temp V, and because he does that, he has to deal with the ramifications. But not only does Butcher have to deal with that, everybody does, and everybody has to ostensibly decide which side they're on this season. It's heading to a war situation, and then there are some unlikely alliances that get formed, and some long-term friendships that get shattered, and it's an exciting, dynamic roller coaster ride that leads to unexpected places.
Yeah, I think this season we discover that a lot of the characters that we thought were on opposite ends of the spectrum are actually pretty similar. And that creates a very big moral dilemma within a lot of the characters. And I think that's what's great about our show. It's, nobody is a cookie cutter good guy. Everyone has their faults, and they're struggling with it. And it's this season is about what one person does with the power that they attain, whether it's a superpower or influence or anything like that.
What makes working on this show so much fun?
What makes working on the show so much fun is just getting to hang out with these guys, and these guys are, just the best co-workers that you could possibly have. I mean, we genuinely have a great time shooting this show, and not just on set, off set. I really feel like we've bonded and become a family, and I just feel so grateful to Kripke and for putting us all together, and we're having the time of our lives shooting this show. It's like a show unlike anything else I've ever seen or anybody else has ever seen, and I just think that we all feel so blessed to be in it and to have each other in our lives.
Yeah, I completely agree with everything Karl just said. The best part of working on this show is absolutely working with everyone here. It's amazing. I mean, a lot of times as an actor, you shoot a movie or shoot something for a few months, and then you don't get to see those people again. And luckily for our show, we've had 3 seasons to cultivate a friendship, and it's been so much fun. And I feel like we've cultivated a lifelong friendship. So, the best part is everyone here, the people we get to work with.
I have to say the same thing. I definitely agree. I mean, I think that it's so crazy that every season I don't think that we can possibly get any closer, and yet somehow we're always able to exceed that. I mean, this season was by far my favorite to shoot, and that's just because of how set we are in this show and how close we are, and that bond just keeps getting deeper and deeper every season. And I just find myself so thankful that not only is the show doing well and a success, so therefore we keep getting to make other seasons, but I get to genuinely look forward to seeing the people that I make the show with. Everyone is just such a class act and so talented and amazing and hilarious. It's just, it makes it just a pure joy, which doesn't always happen. So I'm very lucky.
COVID quarantine would have been very different.
Yes, it would have been very different if we were waiting to go to a show that we hated working on. Yes.
Describe Herogasm in just one sentence.
I wasn't there. I'll let you guys take it.
That's your sentence?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I would say, in your face.
That's a good one.
Right?
Yeah, I know the face too.
You know the face.
We've seen it.
I don't know how I'm gonna top that. I would say avert your gaze, I guess. That's my advice going in. Yeah, I don't know. It's just the, oh God. Yeah, that's about it.
Thank you so much to all my monetary supporters, my members, and my Patreons. Love you guys.